When I was 20, I was so self-conscious about how skinny my arms were, I wore long sleeves and jumpers a lot of the time to cover them up. I had no confidence, no self-esteem, no muscle mass, and absolutely no clue what I was actually doing in the gym. Fast forward to today, and I run a successful coaching business. I've built a physique that I'm proud of, and training and fitness is essentially my life. This is my story from how I went from being that skinny guy to someone who's perhaps not as skinny, and essentially what I wish I knew when I started. Now, before we get stuck into the video, as usual, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and like the video. So, quick story time before we get stuck into the lessons I've learned along the way. It all started in my university accommodation gym. That's where my fitness journey officially began. And when I say gym, it was literally this tiny little room. It had like 2 benches, a couple of pin-loaded machines, and 2 treadmills, and that was it. But for me, it was perfect because it was small. It was pretty much empty the majority of the time, which meant I could go in there and not worry about being judged. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I lacked self-esteem and confidence. So going into the gym for me was a big thing, just like it is for a lot of guys starting out their fitness journey. Still, when I trained in there, I still wore long sleeves for literally the majority. I remember I had this Nike half zip that I used to wear every single time I trained. I just didn't want my arms to be out whilst I was lifting. I felt skinny, I felt small. And whenever there was someone else in there who was of a half decent size, I'd look at them and think, fucking hell, how the hell have they got to that size? I'm literally never going to be able to do that. But at the end of the day, I wanted a change. I wanted to change my physique. I wanted to change how I felt about myself. So I persevered. Now, after around 3 months of perseverance, I slowly built up a little bit of confidence and I joined my first official gym. I joined Anytime Fitness in Colchester. And to be fair, I actually really enjoyed training there. I trained there for around 2 weeks or so, and then it was time to head home for the Easter break. And that's essentially when everything changed for me. I remember seeing my pals for the first time, and they were like to me, "Whoa, Jono, have you been training?" And now let's not get it twisted. I wasn't training for anyone else. I was training for me and my own self-esteem, my own confidence, and my own physique, and my own mindset. But when other people noticed, that was when I had that light bulb moment. And essentially from that day on, I was hooked. I knew I wanted to continue to work on my physique and get into the best shape of my life. And then I also knew that I wanted to help other people do the same. Now, I wish I could say it was all smooth sailing from there, but it most definitely wasn't, as I was continuing to make the same beginner mistakes a lot of people do. Mistake number 1, I wasn't following a proper program. I'd essentially go into the gym and train whatever I fancied on the day. I'd loosely follow like a push-pull leg split, but I would change the exercises every single week. I would see stuff online about optimal this, optimal that, and be like, right, I need to change that out for that. And I'd never actually track my lifts, which made it impossible to progressively overload. Mistake number 2 that I made is I went through numerous dirty bulking phases where I would just get the calories in. I would eat whatever the hell I wanted to in order to get the calories in. And this led to me putting on a substantial amount of body fat as well as muscle. It also led to me feeling a little bit shit. And essentially every time I climbed the stairs, I'd be out of breath because I was carrying too much body fat. Yes, I gained size, but I did feel awful. And mistake number 3 that I made, and I think every single lad goes through this, and that is buying pointless supplements. I think the most pointless one I bought was before my first cut. I bought some OxyShred fat burning supplement powder, whatever. And when I tell you, that stuff went straight through me. Like, no wonder it's called a fat burner. It's because it makes you shit out your large intestine. Now, over the years, I've built a physique that I'm genuinely proud of. I've worked hard to get to where I am right now with regards to how I look, but I'm still not satisfied. I've gone from being that 60 kilo skinny guy to someone who's not as skinny now, has a decent physique and a decent amount of muscle mass. My bench press started off at like 30 kilos, and I've built my 1 rep max up to around 120 kilos. My frame has definitely filled out, and I've essentially built confidence that I've carried with me into every aspect of my life. And that's the thing, like, my transformation wasn't just physical. Fitness essentially became my passion, my career, and ultimately my life. Today, I run a successful coaching business whereby I work with hundreds of different clients, both in person and online, and I help them achieve amazing transformations just like I went through myself. And I couldn't be more grateful for the job and the career that I have. If you told me back in my tiny little university gym that I'd make a living from this, and I currently have the physique that I do now, I'd have probably laughed at you. Back then, I was just a skinny guy who wanted to fill out my t-shirt and look a little bit bigger. But now, gym and fitness is literally my life and my career. And to be honest, it's essentially shaped who I am today. Now, if you're someone who's looking to start your fitness journey, but you're not sure where to start or how to start, here are 5 actionable steps that you can take away from this video to get the ball rolling. Step 1, just start. Do not wait for the perfect time. Just get into the gym and start today. Step number 2, enjoy the journey. Now, I say this all the time, you're not gonna build the physique of your dreams overnight. It takes time, it takes repetitions, it takes a hell of a lot of consistency and discipline, but trust the process and enjoy the process as well. Tip number 3, eat properly. Do not go down the dirty bulking route that I did. Focus on whole, nutritious foods and eating a slight calorie surplus to make sure that you don't put on an excess amount of body fat. Step number 4, make sure that you follow a training program. Don't just go in there and do random workouts. Actually follow a training program so you can implement progressive overload and you can start making gains ASAP. And number 5, as mentioned before, be consistent. This is the number one thing when it comes to getting in shape. Whether you're going from skinny to jacked, whether you're trying to lose a little bit of fat, you have to be consistent and you have to trust the process. If you'd have told me when I first started out lifting in that university accommodation gym that I would have the physique that I currently do and my life would be revolved around health and fitness, as I mentioned, I would probably laugh at you. So if I can take my physique from here to here, believe me, so can you. It may seem a long way off initially, but if you put in the reps, if you stay consistent and you follow a proper plan, you will get to exactly where you want to be. And the journey of doing so will teach you so many things along the way. Remember, getting in fantastic shape and going from where you're currently at to where you want to be will not only achieve you a physical transformation, but a mental transformation too. Focus on the basics, stay patient, and you'll be amazed at what you can achieve. And if you want help building muscle, you're currently stuck, or perhaps you just want a little bit of guidance, then sign up to my email list with the link in the caption down below. I send out weekly emails to help motivate and inspire you and keep you on track. And also, I have a really exciting announcement going live on Friday, but my email list subscribers are gonna get the announcement a day early on Thursday. So if you like free stuff and you're actually serious about building muscle, then trust me, you won't wanna miss this. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, drop the video a like, and I will see you in the next one.